Okay guys, today's notes are 2-1 relations and functions. You'll be able to use vocabulary words, relations, functions, domain range, discrete, and continuous to describe relations. So vocabulary, a relation is a set of ordered pairs. So you have an input and an output. Input is X, output is Y. Independent variable is your X, dependent variable is your Y. Domain is X, range is Y. So it can be written in different forms, for example, ordered pairs, tables, graphs, or a mapping. So your domain of your function is a set of the first coordinate, which is your X values. So domain is all of your X values. When you write your domain, it is from left to right always. So the smallest X value, and then on the right you have the largest X value. On the mapping, it would be on the left side, and then on the graph, it would be all of your X values here. Your range is the set of the second coordinate, which is the Y, so the second number in your ordered pair, the right column in your table, the right mapping, or the Y values on your graph. Functions. A function is a relation, so your relations could be a function if every element in the domain is paired with exactly one element in the range. So it has to have exactly one output. So for our first examples here, state the domain and the range. We look at here, all of our X values are the domain, and then all the Y values are the range. And we write it in order from least to greatest. So for our domain, the lowest value of X, if I'm looking at all of these, is going to be the -6. And you don't write numbers that repeat. -5, -3, -1, and then +6. Inside fancy brackets here. For the range, still least to greatest, so the least value of your Y's, the smallest Y value was -9, then -7, -9, -7, -1, and then +7. So there's the domain and then the range. For B, a mapping, a table. My X's right here are my domain, but I'm going to rewrite them in least to greatest. So -2, -1, and then 2. There's only 3 elements in the domain here. -2, -1, and +2. The range will be -2, -1, 0, 1, 2. Okay, so you write them in order. There do not have to be the same number of elements in your domain as your range. They could be different. For here, state the domain and range. C is a graph, so our domain here, my X values, -1, -2, -3 is the smallest X value. Then we do have a couple at -2, at -1, at 0, 1, none at 2, 3, and 4. For the range, all the Y values only. So now I go to the lowest X value, which is right here, -1, -2, -3. There's one at -2, or there's a couple at -2, none here, none here. At +1, we do have one at +1, or a couple. 2, +2, 3, and 4. Domain here is going to be -3, -2, -1, 0, and 1. And then the range, 0, 2, 4, 6, and 8. Okay. All right, discrete versus continuous. A relation in which the domain is a set of individual points is said to be a discrete value. So, if you have to pick up your pencil to draw the graph, right here I would have to pick up my pencil to draw the different points and to be able to draw the graph, then that is a discrete relation. If you can draw the entire graph without picking up your pencil, so right here, once I put my pencil down, if I can draw that graph and not have to pick up my pencil, then it is continuous. It's a continuous relation. So this is an example of discrete. So discrete, you have to pick up your pencil. Continuous, you don't have to pick up your pencil. So if you can trace that graph without picking up your pencil, then it's continuous. If you cannot trace your graph without picking up your pencil, it's discrete. Okay, the vertical line test tells you whether a relation is a function. Both discrete and continuous graphs can be a function. The vertical line test will tell you. So if there's a vertical line that you draw and it touches more than one point, then it is not a function. So like this one touches more than one point, it touches here and here, it is not a function. So this is not a function. This one, if I draw a vertical line anywhere, it will cross at only one place. So this is a function. Okay. The graph shows the length of the Tour de France in kilometers each year from 2000 to 2013. Is the relation discrete or continuous? And then does the graph represent a function? So for discrete, just because it has points on it does not make it discrete. When it's talking about a word problem, when you're talking about a word problem, you have to look at the context. So looking here, for the years, there are individual years in between here. And there are also individual distances between here. But if I were to connect these, this graph wouldn't make sense because they do not run the Tour de France at every single second of every single day of every single year. So all of these would not be points on the graph. So that is what makes this discrete. So it is discrete. And is it a function? Yes, because every year they only had one race. So at every point that you have, you would pass a vertical line test, so it does represent a function. Yes. Okay. Last one is to evaluate the function. So f of x is equal to 2x squared minus 8. Find each value. To find f of 6, we're going to take x and plug in 6 for that x. So 2 times 6 squared minus 8. And then make sure you use the PEMDAS rule, so 36. 2 minus 8. Then we're going to go ahead and multiply. So we get 72 minus 8. Then we're going to go ahead and subtract. So we get 64. Okay? And then here, now we're going to do the same thing. We're going to plug in 2y instead for the x. So 2 times 2y squared minus 8. So PEMDAS, I'm going to square 2y. So now what that means is we're going to take 2y and multiply it with another 2y. So that's really 4y squared. Where a lot of people mess up is they only square the y instead of squaring the whole thing, 2y. So do square the entire thing. That's why it's in parentheses. So it's 4y squared and then minus 8. Then we can go ahead and multiply. This would be 8y squared and then minus 8. Okay. Those are your notes for 2-1.